Hi, my name is Priska Tongengoma. I am a registered nurse trained in Malawi, currently working in the United Kingdom. On this channel, we talk about migration, everything there is to it about migration. In today's video, I'll talk to you about the United States Diversity Visa Program. If you're interested to know more about this, please stay with me. So, what is the Diversity Visa Program, also known as the Diversity Lottery Program? Constitutionally, the US makes available 55,000 immigrant visas through random selection. It's lottery, as the name suggests. So the selectees are done through a computer from a pool of millions of applicants. The program allows people from low immigration rates to enter a chance to apply for the US immigration visa. Why would the US just give out these visas? Well, they just want to diversify their culture in the US. Nothing much, nothing more to it. So, who is eligible? The requirements are so simple. Requirement 1, you just have to be a native from a low rate of immigration in the US. As you can see on the screen, there's a list going, showing the list of countries that are eligible. If you further go down the list, it will tell you the countries that are not eligible. So before you start the application process, you have to see if your country is eligible. Other countries are not eligible. So there are countries from Africa, from Asia, from Europe. So you look through and see if your country is eligible. That's the first requirement. The second requirement, you should have a high school diploma or its equivalent. So for example, in Malawi, we use the MSc, the Malawi School Certificate of Education. If you have the MSc, you are eligible to apply. Or you should have 2 years work experience in the last 5 years in an occupation that requires 2 years of training. So that's it. Those are the only requirements that you need. Those are the only conditions that you should have as you start applying for this lottery visa. So how does one enter into this lottery program? It's simple. It's done online. So they provide a link. This year's link is going to be put in the description box as well. But then this year's link is dvprogram.state.gov. No letters, nothing, just online. And it's free. Once you're starting the application, it's free. So for you to apply, you don't need to pay any money for anything other than your internet access, of course, but you're not paying anything. So the portal opens for a specific period, usually between October and November. So this year's Diversity Visa Program is opening tomorrow, the 2nd of October, and it's going to close on the 5th of November, 2024. The results for this will come out in May 2025, but the people will be traveling around 2026. You submit 1 entry per person, or you get disqualified. And you should apply on your own, because if you are being helped to, you need to get your confirmation number. The moment you apply, you're applying, and you hit the enter button, it gives you a confirmation to say you have entered this lottery program, and it gives you a number. This number is what you're going to use to access your results. It's the number that you're going to use to go onto the entrant portal, because all their communication is done through the entrant portal. So if you're being helped, make sure you've gotten all the number correctly, and you should be entering that. It's safer to do it your own. For somebody who has gone to high school, so for somebody who has gone through 12 years of education, should be able to do this daily, because the form is simple. There isn't much to it. There is no complication. So it's an easy form. Please, I beg, do it on your own. Now, what should you have before you start your application? You should have a digital photograph, and this digital photograph has these specific requirements. As you can see on screen, those are the requirements for the digital photograph. It's not just any photograph. You go to the studio, you get your picture taken, and you upload it. No, it has its specific requirements, as you can see on screen. There should be a main entrant, and that main entrant can enter her or his family members. So let's say it's a wife. A wife will make the entrance, then we'll put the husband and the kids as the dependents. When he's talking about the family, it has to be your immediate family. In this case, they mean your husband, your wife, or your kids. Siblings or parents are not eligible to be your dependents. The questions are simple, really. That's why I'm saying anybody can apply. You don't have to ask somebody to help you, visa consultants or anybody. You can do it on your own. So the questions are simple. They're asking about your name, your education, your age, your sex, all that bit. So it's nothing much. So the portal opens for 60 minutes. Once you log in, it's going to allow you to be there for 60 minutes. So you should have your photograph ready and know where you've saved it. So when it opens, you just go on the photo and upload. So if you're the spouse, let's say the wife, you put the photograph of yourself, your husband, and your eligible kids. So the kids, the eligibility of the kids are those like your biological yours, the ones that you legally adopted, or the ones from your previous marriage. Those ones can also be entered on here as long as they're your children. There is no age limit. But because they say at least you should have some high school education, the reference is to about 18 years. Because for somebody to have done 12 years of high school, that means they should be about 18. But there is no age limit. What to be aware of? One entry per person. The computer is made to recognize multiple entries and you get disqualified. If you ever trespass the system in one way or the other and you do multiple entries, then the computer recognizes that you'll be disqualified. That means all your entries will be disqualified. So you have no chance of being participating in the program anyway. Spouses can make separate entries. So the husband can make the entry. That means the husband will put the wife and the kids as dependents, or the wife can put the husband and kids as dependents. That is allowed. The children can make their own application as long as they meet the eligibility requirements. But the only bad thing is that since they are kids, they won't be able to put your parents or the other siblings as part of the dependents. Please enter once the portal opens. So in this case, the portal opens tomorrow, the 2nd of October, and closes on the 5th of November. So enter early. Tomorrow, be ready to enter. Because at the end, the system might be overwhelmed with all the applications. I said, everyone from a native country with low immigration rates can apply. And as you can see, the requirements are not that difficult. There are a lot of people that are applying for this diversity lottery visa. So the moment the portal opens, please log in and do your entry. Now, here's the thing. Being randomly chosen does not guarantee visa. It means you're just eligible to apply for the diversity lottery visa. You still go through all the visa interviews and checks. So what it means is that this lottery is not giving you any visa at all. It's just giving you the go ahead to say you can apply for this diversity lottery visa. I hope I'm making sense. So once you should also know that once you are given the go ahead to apply for this visa, once you have won, please apply for the visa within the specific period. There is no adjustments to say, okay, fine, I won in the 2026 lottery visa, so I can apply in 2027. No, there is a specific period that they allow you to go ahead and apply for the visa. Now, the kicker is, I know I said it's free. Yeah, it's free when you're doing the entry. But the moment you are selected to say, okay, fine, you are the winner, now you can start applying for your visa, that's when you start paying. The visa processes, you pay on your own. And once you're granted the visa, Everything else is you have to pay. The US government only gives you the eligibility to apply for the diversity lottery visa. Once you're selected to be one of the winners for the diversity lottery visa, that's when you start paying, because you have to apply for the visa, and you do this on your own. They'll give you an appointment date to say, okay, fine, you can come to the US embassy or wherever they do their visas to apply for your visa. You still go through all the checks for the visa. You pay for your visa. Once you're granted the visa, you also have to pay for your own accommodation, for your own airfare, for your own healthy care. And it doesn't come with jobs. So you go to the US, you go through the trouble of finding a job as well for you to survive. So in this case, you have to provide all the necessary requirements for you and your kids, your husband, to travel to the US. A word of caution. There are a lot of scammers out there. They say, oh, okay, fine. You receive a letter in the mail, you receive an email to say, you applied for the lottery visa, now you've won, you need to give us this much money. No. The US government doesn't communicate with people through post or emails or anything. Every communication is done through the entrant portal. This is why I said you need your unique confirmation number at all times for you to access it. They can send you an email, yes, but their emails always refer to the entrant portal, knowing that you have the code to access the results. So, link to the program instructions is in the comment section. Follow through. The portal opens tomorrow. This is your chance to win. This is your chance to travel. This is your chance to move from wherever you are to the US and earn a green card. Do you have your passport ready? Always be ready. You never know when an opportunity is going to rise. Have you subscribed to the channel? If not, please do. And hit the notification button so every time I make a video, you'll be the first to know.